Hey y'all, today we're going to talk about two-step equations. So let's look at a few helpful reminders before we get started. How we're going to solve equations. First of all, you need to separate the left side from the right side of the equation by drawing a line down the equal sign. So I'm going to go ahead and use this example as I'm working through my helpful reminders. If you are a student that likes to separate your left and right side, take that equal sign and just draw you a line all the way down. This kind of helps you remember whatever you do to one side, you must do to the other side. It's just a helpful tip. So let's look. The first thing that we need to do after we've drawn our line is identify what is the letter again? What vocab word represents the letter? A letter, which is an unknown number. Identify the variable. So a variable is the unknown number. So in number one, let's identify that variable, our letter. So it's x right there with the 2. You notice that it's side by side. It is stuck to that 2. Now the next thing that we're going to do is, after we've identified the variable, we want to isolate the variable. We want to get everything away from the variable, but we need to do this in a particular order. So the next thing is to isolate the variable. Isolate the variable. You want to get everything away from that variable. So in order to isolate the variable, we are going to move the constant to the opposite side. But remember, we have to do this to both sides. So we have a 2x minus 7. We want to get that minus 7 on the opposite side. So we're going to have to use inverse operation. We're going to use the opposite operation to both sides, which is what they did here. They added 7 on both sides. So once they added 7 to both sides, you can see that you're left with 2x on the left, because that cancels away, equaling 22. Now, once you get down to the bottom of your equation, on two-part equations, you're going to notice that there's always a number stuck to that variable. That's a multiplication type problem. So what is the inverse of multiplication? Division. So you're always going to divide or multiply last. So in this case, we will be dividing last. So you notice that the x is stuck with a 2. You're going to divide by 2 on both sides, which leaves you with just an x. Dividing by 2 here gives you the 11. Okay, let's look at the you try it. 3x minus 12 equals 18. What is the constant? What is the one number we need to separate first before we get to the end? We need to separate that minus 12. Yes, it's minus 12, but it also acts as negative 12. So the constant is negative 12 or minus 12. How do we move it? We need to add. So the opposite of subtracting 12 on both sides would be to add 12 on both sides. Negative 12 and positive 12 cancel away, leaving us with 3x on the left side. Now, 18 plus 12 in your calculator, you can work that out if you need to. So 3x equals 30. What is the last step here? We can't say 3x equals 30. We want to know what just x is, not what 3 x's are. So divide by 3 on both sides. Cancel that out because 3 divided by 3 is 1, so it cancels away. 30 divided by 3, so x equals 10. So always last over here, dividing. Have a great day.